Top 3. Best AV Receiver 7.2. Number 3. Denon AVRS 760H 7. 2-channel. While the main bulk of Denon's X series saw their latest update in 2020 with the infamous HDMI 2. One bug these came with, it was not until the last months of 2021 that Denon updated their more affordable S series with 2 new models in order to complement the already released AVRS 960H. The AVRS 760H and AVRS 660H with 7, 2 and 5. 2 channels respectively come with plenty of features, even for their low-cost nature, and are priced just under the S960H and X1700H. And so in today's Denon AVRS 760H review, we will be testing this new AV receiver in the S series to see if it is a worthy continuation of the previous lineup. Now, many of you may be wondering what the differences are between the AVRS 760H, the S960H and the AVRX 1700H, since all 3 of them are 7. 2 channels AV receivers and all 3 have awfully similar characteristics and features. So in this review, while we will be looking at the AVRS 760H, specifically we are going to mention the differences this one has compared to the rest, even though these seem to be very hard to discern upon first look. The biggest selling point of the AVRS 760H seems to be its 340 Gbps capable HDMI 2. Number 2. Onkyo Texas NR60107. 2. Recently we had the chance to take a look at one of Onkyo's latest releases, which by the way was the only new entry in their premium RZ lineup so far, the Onkyo Texas RZ50, which left us with extremely good impressions. But this was not the only new AV receiver they have released, as they also refreshed their more budget-friendly series, which is codenamed as Texas NR. And today in our Onkyo Texas NR6100 review, we will be looking as the second-in-line release from the 3 available and determine if it is also a receiver that is worth your money and attention. But before we go in depth, let's see quickly what the Texas NR6100 has to offer. As we mentioned, this is a 2 channels AV receiver with 100 watts of power per channel, is THX certified as with most Onkyo units, and supports both Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. As for the rest, we find an extensive list of extras including HDMI 2. 1. USB and Bluetooth playback, AirPlay 2, Chromecast, DTS Play 5, Sonos integration, Roon, Spotify Connect and many more. The unit comes with Onkyo's accurate calibration system, while it belongs in the first batch of new releases that feature bug-free HDMI 2. Number 1. Onkyo Texas NR6050 Plus 7. 2. What I personally like about this receiver's appearance is the fact that it's really understated. With an all-black chassis that has an almost brushed metal look to it, there's a level of silent distinction that really makes it look classy. Taking a closer look, on the front you'll notice there's an array of manual controls that allow you to control the receiver. Starting from left to right, there's an Onkyo logo on the top left with a power standby button below it. Below that is a pure audio button used for getting a pure audio signal without any processing. Underneath that you have a 3.5mm jack used for connecting a pair of headphones and the various listening modes, movie, TV, music, game. Besides that, moving over you'll notice the helpful LED screen used to relay current information about your content, and below that are a series of physical buttons that can change the input, as well as control things like Bluetooth, tuner, etc. One thing I definitely like is there's a manual control button on the receiver itself for navigating to the menu. That might sound like a minor thing, but imagine the batteries in your remote runs out, and you have no way to control the receiver. This has happened to me before. Well, with these physical buttons, you can actually do that. There's also buttons for tone control that includes bass, vocal and treble. Then on the right you have a USB slot, the input for the optimizer microphone, and a volume dial.
Check out the description for more information in latest price.